There's a stretch of ocean that has swallowed ships, planes, and people, and given back no explanation. A region where compasses spin, skies clear, then suddenly rage, and time seems to vanish. Some call it a myth, others call it cursed. But you've heard the name, the Bermuda Triangle. Bordered by Miami, Bermuda, and Puerto Rico, this triangle-shaped zone has become the epicenter of maritime mystery. For decades, stories have poured in of ships disappearing without distress signals, of aircraft flying into blue skies and vanishing without a trace. But are these just coincidences, or is there something darker at play? Today, we go deep into the triangle, from real disappearances and science to the strangest theories ever told. Welcome to the mystery of the Bermuda Triangle, and trust me, you will not hear this story again. Flight 19. It's the most famous Bermuda Triangle mystery, and the one that started it all. December 5th, 1945, 5 U.S. Navy Avenger bombers took off from Fort Lauderdale on a routine training mission. The skies were clear, the pilots were experienced, but soon after takeoff, radio operators heard confusion. The pilots reported that they were lost. The ocean looked strange. Their compasses weren't working. Then, silence. A rescue plane was sent. It also disappeared. No wreckage, no bodies, nothing. In total, 6 aircraft and 27 men were lost, without a single piece of debris ever recovered. It wasn't the first time, and it wouldn't be the last. The USS Cyclops, a massive Navy ship, disappeared in 1918 with over 300 people aboard. No distress signal, no clue. Even modern aircraft like the Piper Navajo in 1978 and a Cessna in 1991, gone. The ocean has always been dangerous, but in the Bermuda Triangle, it seems unforgiving. Not everyone who enters the Bermuda Triangle disappears. Some make it back, and what they report is chilling. In 1970, pilot Bruce Gernon took off from the Bahamas toward Florida. He was flying a small Beechcraft Bonanza with his father and business partner. Mid-flight, he noticed something unusual. A strange, swirling cloud began to form ahead of him. It stretched in all directions, a perfect tunnel. Against better judgment, Bruce flew into it. Inside, he saw flashes of light, but no lightning. The cloud seemed to distort time and space. He described it as being inside a time tunnel. Moments later, he emerged, and to his shock, they were over Miami, 100 miles away. The trip had taken 47 minutes less than it should have. The radar control had lost him entirely. They said he vanished off the screen, then suddenly reappeared. Bruce is alive today, and he stands by his story. Other survivors report electrical failures, malfunctioning instruments, and sudden disorientation in areas that should be calm. Some say they felt watched. Others heard whispers on the radio. Whatever the explanation, these are not ordinary storms. There are explanations, some grounded in science. The Bermuda Triangle lies in one of the most heavily trafficked shipping zones in the world. That means, statistically, more things will go wrong. But even scientists admit some of what happens here is unusual. One theory suggests the presence of magnetic anomalies, natural distortions that affect compass readings. Another focuses on methane gas hydrates, trapped pockets under the ocean floor. If they rupture, they can cause ships to lose buoyancy and sink within seconds. Then there are rogue waves, monstrous walls of water up to 100 feet tall. They can appear out of nowhere and demolish even large ships. Weather is also a factor. The region sits at a climatic crossroads. Warm Gulf Stream currents, Atlantic storms, tropical cyclones all collide here. It's a recipe for chaos. But even with all these factors, some disappearances still can't be explained. Of course, science doesn't satisfy everyone, because some of the most bizarre theories are also the most popular. One idea? Alien abduction. That the Bermuda Triangle is a hotspot or even a refueling station for UFOs. Strange lights, silent crafts, radar jamming. These are all part of alleged encounters. Others believe the triangle is the site of an ancient lost civilization, Atlantis. Crystal energy, long-forgotten technology, buried beneath the sea. Then there's the theory of time warps, literal breaks in space-time, wormholes, dimensional rifts, theories straight out of science fiction. But believers say the triangle is a portal. One fringe theory even claims a government base lies beneath the seafloor, conducting experiments on space-time. Are these far-fetched? Maybe. But when you're dealing with hundreds of missing people, it's not hard to see why the mystery feeds the imagination. So what's the truth? Is the Bermuda Triangle really cursed, or is it just misunderstood? Investigators and skeptics argue that many disappearances are misreported or exaggerated. Some never happened at all. For example, records show the USS Cyclops may have suffered from engine problems long before vanishing. And Flight 19? The pilots were lost, yes, but navigational error and fuel shortage likely sealed their fate. Insurance companies do not charge higher premiums for ships passing through the area. The U.S. government has never declared the Bermuda Triangle a danger zone. So where does the legend come from? It started in the 1950s, when writers began connecting dots between shipwrecks and crashes, whether related or not. And with each retelling, the mystery grew. Pop culture helped too. Books, films, documentaries, all dramatized the triangle. But despite efforts to rationalize it all, one question lingers. Why here? Why so many cases in this one place? Whether it's fact or fiction, science or superstition, one thing is clear. The Bermuda Triangle has a grip on our imagination. Maybe it's because the ocean itself is a mystery. Deep, vast, unknowable. We've mapped more of the moon than we have of Earth's seabeds. And in places like the Bermuda Triangle, nature becomes a mirror for our fears. A fear of being lost, a fear of not knowing, a fear that something out there is still beyond our control. Perhaps in the end, the Bermuda Triangle isn't a place at all. It's a symbol, a reminder that even in our age of technology, mysteries remain. Some places are meant to remain a mystery. And this story you will not hear again.